So I'm sure we'll see exactly the same today.
Well, I'd love to be able to promise you an entertaining game. In fact, I can come pretty close to saying that that's exactly what it'll be, one way or the other. It's going to be Manchester City to get us started. And we are underway in the Under-18s Premier League North between Manchester United and Manchester City, the mini derby at the Carrington Training Centre. As Manchester City start the build-up with Noble. It's going to come back to Hudson, and again that press comes nice and early. Forces the error too, as it's forced back to the edge of the penalty area. Well-watered pitch here at Carrington. City break the press. Opportunity to get forward here for Mfuni. Comes out to the left-hand side. Mfuni's going to get this back. Just has to get there and prevent it from going over the dead ball line and out for a corner. But a bright start from both teams, Arthur.
Yeah, it just is what you expect. City obviously in a great position and managed to get an early touch of the ball and get it spread around a little bit, but hopefully we can get this out of our defence and get into the attacking third of the field.
Referee gives the free kick. You can hear Adam Lawrence coaching his side already. Wants James Scanlon out a little bit wider, and he wants Chido Obi to remain high. Ball is lost by Harry Amas. Manchester City looking to work this into the penalty area, well recovered by the Manchester United fullback. Eventually it's out of play. It's going to go out for a City throw.
Yeah, Amas thinks he's won the throw in there, but the linesman doesn't agree with him right in front of him as well.
I think, if we're being completely honest, the assistant's probably got that just about spot on. 0-0. Played just a minute at Carrington. Big crowd on along the edge of the pitch. Whipped out to the left-hand side. Regan Heskey comes back to Mfuni. Back it comes to Noble. Forces out to the right-hand side. Ryan McAdoo comes back down the line to Henderson Hall. Parker down the right-hand side. Now an opportunity to get a ball into the penalty area, but it's got way too much on it. Easily picked up by Will Murdoch.
Yeah, and gives Will Murdoch a touch of the ball.
Scanlon. Well, it is the battle of the presses today. That's going to be what we see. It's who can outfox that press, who can break that press and make their way up the field to create the opportunities. Manchester City currently edging that battle inside the opening 3 minutes.
Yeah, keeping United penned in at the moment. Sometimes you might just have to hit a long ball to get out of it all.
Strong from Chase Fitzgerald. Too strong, says the referee.
Who's jumping? Who's jumping? Come on! Yes, find him, find him!
The tackle goes in from Jim Thwaites, forces Manchester City backwards, allows Chido Obi to put some pressure on Kian Noble. Harrison Parker is waiting on the edge of the penalty area. Chido Obi trying to block off one side. Again, that press from Manchester United just preventing the easy option for Manchester City. That's a good ball out to the left-hand side to find Heskey. Infield to Mfuni. Switch of play from the Blues. There's a bit of a chess match at the moment between these two sides, trying to unpick the lock that's in front of them. Lovely bit of skill from James Scanlon. Tries to push that on for Harry Amas. It trickles out of play.
Yeah, just very tight over that side. Maybe didn't realise how close he was to the touchline.
Yes, and Norris. Connection to Reese.
City playing out again. Another opportunity for Heskey. It's good footwork, but cross can't be delivered. It is whipped in now, headed away by Reece Munro. Good header too. Harry Amass might have the opportunity to get out here. Needs an option with him. Just has to check back. Fitzgerald to Scanlon. Scanlon's going to try and feed Chido Obi, but just a little bit too far ahead of him.
Yeah, just overhit there a little bit. Right idea, but carries all the way through to Hudson, the keeper.
Again, it's Manchester United that are just having to prevent Manchester City moving the ball forwards. Been a cagey opening to this game, Arthur.
Yeah, you're quite right. It's like a game of chess almost. Everybody's just sort of trying to feel their way, and just like somebody to get closer to where the ball is, especially when it's with the two centre halves, just to try to stop them hitting passes forward.
Chance here maybe for Regan Heskey. Nakadu recycles the ball. Back into the penalty area it goes, all the way back to Mfuni. Tries to bring that under control. The offside flag goes up against the left back. Manchester United will have the free kick.
Yeah, struggling to keep that one in play anyway. Flag up for offside right away.
Regan Heskey and his brother Jaden Heskey, both in the Manchester City Academy setup. Born in Wigan, whilst his dad was playing for the Latics. One Emil Heskey, you might remember him. Here comes the press from City. United calmly playing out from the back. Certainly calmer than we were in the commentary box. I'll put it to you that way. Camerson going to go over the top to Chido Obi. Chido Obi takes a great touch. Into the penalty area he goes. Drives in again. He's going to get the cross all the way through the box. Chance here. Oh, it's hit the crossbar from James Scanlon. What an opportunity for Manchester United early in this game. Brilliant work from Chido Obi. The finish from James Scanlon rattles the crossbar.
Yeah, he's done everything right there, really. Kept it, tried to keep it down. Just could do with keeping it a paintwork down from getting over that crossbar. Just unlucky not to put United ahead first time he'd been in the box.
The work from Chido Obi was absolutely magnificent. The initial touch off the chest opens everything up for him. Then he gives the old stop-go treatment on the edge of the penalty area. Free kick is United's. A little pullback on the shirt of James Scanlon.
Yeah, very unlucky. I thought he was going to hit that on the volley there.
Stop.
He took a touch.
Go. Lovely.
Scanlon's come in and done everything right, just not quite keeping it down enough.
Well, maybe a bit of confidence injected in this Manchester United side from that attempt. They've come closest out of these two sides. Armour sends this into the path of Jace Fitzgerald. Lifts it to Harry Amass, who evades a couple of challenges and a third one as well. And Harry Amass still going here. Looks to drop that into the penalty area for Chido Obi, but it's overplayed and all the way through to Max Hudson.
Yeah, positive play from Amass, pushing up on that left-hand side. Seen him do that all the time since he's been here. He's been here about a year and a half now, I think. Done really well.
Really well across the age groups too. Has taken his place on the first team bench, of course. Most of his football coming with the under-18s and under-21s. Good win for the under-21s in midweek in the National League Trophy. They beat Oldham Athletic by 5-0. It's well done from Victor Musa. Looking for Chido Obi, who's trying to find a way around a very wide Kian Noble in the end. Somehow made himself about 3 times as wide as he actually is, Arthur.
Yeah, when you're defending, he's just done everything right there. He's just got his body between his opponent and the ball, not allowing him anywhere near it. Good play from United again, though. Just ball into space for Obi there to see if he could get onto it.
booming voice of Adam Lawrence coming from beneath our camera position. There's a good run from Manchester City. Makadu, though, is stopped. And then a crunching tackle goes in after the whistle goes, but the run from Makadu just causing some problems. That is adjudged to have been a foul.
Yeah, just a little bit of a hand on his shirt from Scannell there to put him off. Then the tackle coming in.
Feels a little lightweight, but the referee's decision goes.
Fitz, you watch the 3v2 down that side.
Finlay Gorman standing by to receive the short one if he needs to. Referee pacing the wall out. Not sure there was any need, really, given that two United players are back on the edge of the 18-yard box. Is a short one taken. It was Finlay Gorman that received it. Pops back out to the edge of the penalty area, headed away by Munro. Fletcher just couldn't quite reel that one in. Chido Obi chasing it down. Comes back to Noble. Heskey back down the line to captain Rhys Thomas. Noble.
Ready, Jimmy! Ready, Jimmy!
Clip forward again. Rhys Munro, very good in the air, just heads it away. Maybe an opportunity to get out again here for Manchester United. James Scanlon was lurking. A couple of Manchester City players drop back in. Get it all the way back to the goalkeeper, Hudson. It goes again. That's going to give Manchester United the opportunity just to push up. Saw Arthur's right hand sort of pushing the midfield forward there.
Yeah, as the ball gets knocked back, that's a sign for everybody to sort of skip forward 10 yards.
Squeeze the pitch with the ball.
City side are very capable. I imagine there's just a little bit of healthy respect there from United. Equally, Arthur, Manchester United have been excellent at being aggressive and winning that press high up the field. City in the ascendancy here, though. Ball into the penalty area is headed away again by Rhys Munro. That's at least 4 clearing headers we've seen from him.
I was just going to say, he's obviously excellent in there, and he's read that one well.
Chido Obi brings it down on his hand. Says almost everybody. There's a chorus of handball.
Yeah, a lot of shouting, and the referee obviously is only 10 yards away, facing them as well.
That's maybe 3 or 4 inches away from being all right, actually. Once it hits if it hits you in your shoulder, where the shirt is, it tends not to be given. It's good defending from Armour. Just a little sloppy as they're trying to get out there. Jim Thwaites makes the challenge, but it's City that come away with it. Into the middle. And a tame shot in the end. I thought Mikasa was going to have a go himself. He decided to lay it off, and the shot is an easy one for Will Murdoch.
Yeah, comfortable there, straight at him.
One side, Ryan! To you! Midfielder! Ryan, come!
Well played from Fitzgerald there, just skipping forward, trying to release over there, but couldn't quite get a grip of it.
City bringing it through the midfield with Mikasa. Camerson just chases that all the way back, does his job. Heads in the opposite direction.
Yeah, again, just like the City defender 5 minutes ago, gets his body between his opponent and the ball.
Left shoulder, Stefan, left shoulder. Passes, play together.
It's United now in the ascendancy. Can they find a way through? Pretty well drilled Manchester City side.
Not too early. Inside, inside. Good.
Camerson forced backwards by a very hard-working City team. Armour has a bit more time than maybe he thinks he does. Manages to turn away from danger. Picks out Fletcher.
Control it.
Camerson finds Musa, turned in field to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald split the lines to Scanlon. Scanlon sees it open up in front of him. Can he get his shot away? Does so, takes a deflection on the way through and carries it into the arms of Max Hudson.
Yeah, just going along the edge of that 18-yard box, just trying to tee himself up with his right foot. The shot comes in, it gets a big deflection. Makes it simple for the keeper in the end.
Step in, come on. Ready, and then make passes, Flex forward with a 6. Don't decide too early for one side.
City again, coming forward.
Try to play forward, better. That was good.
Can they work from the right-hand side? McAdoo comes back down the line. Henderson Hall helps it into Harrison Parker. Rolls it across to Kian Noble. Parker again. Interesting listening to Adam Lawrence trying to move his chess pieces around the pitch at the same time as coaching them all in the right way. One back by United, it's well defended. Chido Obi now's got runners, going to try and feed that through to Musa. Obi, though, doesn't give it up. Noble now has got a little bit of a job to do because there's 2 or 3 United players around the penalty area. Victor Musa decides actually to retreat, and that allows City to bring the ball out of the box.
Yeah, just a little bit too eager there, Obi. Just when you don't get a lot of the ball, you've not seen it for a few minutes, you just tend to do things a little bit quicker, especially if you're a front player and you're not seeing it.
Heskey plays this back. That's a fortuitous ball into the channel, which is again brilliantly read by Reece Munro. Nicks it off the toe of Mikasa. Fitzgerald. Got a bit of space to work in here, Jace Fitzgerald. Obi. Clear ball back on Chido Obi. The referee is going to give the free kick.
Yeah, he was just allowing it to see whether he was going to go any further with it, and then when it doesn't, try to let it go, but you can't let that go. I think United would be happy with the free kick in an advantageous position.
He was trying to turn it around the corner, wasn't he? But it was always going to be tricky, given Kian Noble swinging off his shirt. Well, is it close enough for a Jim Thwaite special, Arthur?
Well, a little bit too far out, possibly.
We've seen him score some absolute worldies this season from dead ball situations. Here comes Jim Thwaites. Doesn't have a go, does get it into the penalty area. It is cleared away. Scanlon closing down brilliantly. Fletcher. Armour. Fitzgerald. Manchester United have control possession back. Munro to Musa. Musa surveying his options, comes back to Munro. The voice that you can hear loudest at the moment is Kolo Toure, who is Manchester City's assistant boss.
All blue shirts behind the ball at the moment.
Come on, boys, come on, come on.
This is Camerson. Back it comes to Jace Fitzgerald. This is the Manchester United that we're quite used to seeing under 18s wise. Good possession inside the opponent's penalty area, trying to force it through. Eventually it's well won back by Manchester City, and now it's a numbers game, threaded all the way through. That is an absolutely magnificent finish from Ryan McAdoo. Latches onto the end of it and finishes brilliantly left-footed into the back of the net. Manchester United are behind. A fine counter-attacking goal from Manchester City. United 0, City 1.
Yeah, the white player's done ever so well. McAdoo hits that with his weaker left foot, I think. Just curls it past Murdoch. On it in a flash when they were in possession of the ball, City. Clever finish as well, just lifting it high enough over the goalkeeper Murdoch.
Well, that's how dangerous they can be. Manchester City. First blood in the mini derby goes the Blues' way. Well, Manchester United have hit the crossbar through James Scanlon early in this game, but it's Manchester City on the counter-attack that break the deadlock. Harry Amas.
Yes, squeeze for the pass. Squeeze for the pass. Pressure, Matti, come on.
Fletcher.
Yes, you. That's it. Come on.
Got the Tyler version of Fletcher playing today as opposed to the Jack version, his twin brother. Actually, it's Tyler that's played them more games in the under 18s this season. Scanlon. Force backwards, try and get Manchester City to push out from the edge of the penalty area, try and create a little bit of space.
Yeah, you've just got to make sure if you're threading a ball through, try to give somebody an opportunity to get an attack going, because we saw from the goal, I think it was Fitzgerald got dispossessed and that was City on the way.
One right, sends it back upfield. Thwaites tries to bring it under control. Wriggles free. Down the right for City on this occasion. McAdoo, the goal scorer. Brings it just infield as he's looking for a little bit of help with Finlay Gorman. Kian Noble makes a run from centre half, picks out Regan Heskey on the left-hand side. Heskey back to Noble. Ball back into midfield where Harrison Parker takes over. Crossfield ball, switch of play, finds Regan Heskey, brings it under control. Camerson with him, good tackle from Jaden Camerson.
Yeah, getting some help there from Musa as well, just two red shirts surrounding him there.
12 goals already this season for Regan Heskey. Noble. City with plenty of blue shirts forward. Loose touch from Regan Heskey allows Camerson to nip in. That's a little loose from Victor Musa as he's looking for Chido Obi. Steps back in and wins possession back for United. That's a lovely turn, and now Manchester United are on the move. What can they conjure up here? Ball out to the left-hand side to find James Scanlon. Scanlon drops it into the penalty area. Harry Amas looks to get the cross away, but just a little too close to Max Hudson, who dives on top of it.
Yeah, just couldn't quite get the power into that cross, Amas. Two red shirts at the back post there. Musa being the second one. Just takes that deflection from the tackle that came in, which takes us sort of sting out the cross and makes it simple for Hudson in the end.
It was a positive move again from Manchester United. City. Deflection on the way through, carries it only as far as Heskey. It's good work from Victor Musa to come back from an attacking position and help out his defence, Arthur.
Yeah, just getting his foot in there and forcing City back the way, and had to go out the other side now.
Still, City in possession inside the United half. Obi closing down. Brought away by Harrison Parker. Back it goes to Henderson Hall. And now Kian Noble. Heskey. Mfuni. Regan Heskey up against Jaden Camerson. Camerson eyes fixed on the ball. Good defending from Manchester United's fullback, Arthur.
Yeah, force them back. That's all you can do. As long as they don't get past you. If you force them back, they've got to look for another option.
All stood up into the box by Kian Noble. The back header finds only Harry Amass, who can play the ball out to James Scanlon, who is upended, and the free kick is given. I think that one a relatively straightforward decision for the officials.
Yeah, we could do with getting Scanlon the ball at his feet further up the pitch. Just unlucky with that attempt when it was 0-0, that hit the crossbar.
Murdoch. It's a little loose, but it should be dealt with by a retreating Tyler Fletcher.
Yeah, Fletcher's done well to tidy that one up. You've got to be comfortable when you knock balls in your own half. Musa just been a little bit loose there.
Monroe. Jaden Camerson wants an option forward there, so he's actually having a conversation with Victor Musa and say, I need you to get on your bike. I need you to give me a chance down the right-hand side to get it to you. James Scanlon, corner of the penalty area. It's well blocked off by City, though. No running routes there for James Scanlon. The full Gibraltar international might find Harry Amass on the overlap here. It's clattered against the Manchester United left-back, and away it comes. That's good cover from Scanlon, getting back into position. Force City back towards their penalty area.
Now we've got to get a bit closer and not allowing them to build up.
Here we are. Yes.
Like that, good tackle going in there allows Camerson to get in possession of the ball.
Certainly the challenge was what we were talking about at the beginning was how aggressive Manchester United can be. That's a little bit more of a showing of how that works for them. Camerson skips around the outside and then just struggles to pick the pass, either left or right. Could have had Victor Musa down the right-hand side, or needed a bit more on it if it was going to make it through to Jim Thwaites on the left.
Yeah, he's done well getting the ball out of his feet there, Camerson, and getting into the City's half with the ball and progressing 20-30 yards. It's just the final pass has got to be sure.
It is nip and tuck. Both sides capable, as they've shown, of scoring goals. Manchester City taking the lead, but only after Manchester United had hit the crossbar in the opening 15 minutes from James Scanlon. Get the feeling that there's probably a couple more goals in this, Arthur, as we go through the game.
Yeah, as players obviously get tired as the game wears on. There is chances become available, but you've got to work at it earlier on in the first half. Just don't allow them to build up.
Well, the referee says it's offside. There was just a moment there where I wondered where he was pointing.
That's what I was thinking when the whistle went.
He's giving the offside. Didn't look like there was enough in it to be giving the penalty
Behind the ball.
between Camerson and Heskey.
Hamas tried to pick Scanlon out, but Scanlon's done well to win the ball back.
Yeah, he has, and Hamas has done well to wriggle himself free of the challenge too. Fletcher. It's the ball out to Musa. Just wondered whether Victor Musa was actually going to have a little try down the outside there. Going to try and win this back. He's worked really hard, Victor Musa, to get himself back into position, and now Chido Obi trying to win that against Harrison Parker. Proper centre forward versus centre half battle, that, isn't it? Chido Obi trying to creep under the skin of Harrison Parker.
Just a little bit frustrated, and the refs had to come over and have a word with the two of them.
Yeah, I don't think that conversation from the referee is going to make any difference to that running battle for the rest of the game. One of those that we will look forward to watching. Long ball forward is a decent one into the penalty area from Funi. Offside flag goes up against the fullback. Just mistimed his run. United see an opportunity here to try and get up the field. Camerson plays it against Regan Heskey, who had done really well to get back into position.
Yeah, they work very hard, City, when you've got possession of the ball, try to stop United getting out. Camerson's done well there, driving over the halfway line.
Both of these sides are really hard working. Fitzgerald. Camerson. Heskey loses out.
He's surrounded by 3 blue shots there, closing them down.
Ball is out to the right-hand side, into the penalty area. It goes all the way through to Will Murdoch. Dave Brailsford, Jason Wilcox, all wrapped up warm watching Manchester United's under-18s. Sir Dave Brailsford, let's give him his full title. Fletcher wants to send that back into the middle. It's the right decision of the ball to play, just doesn't make it through to where it needs to be. That's a lovely tackle from Dan Armour.
Yeah, great challenge. He wins the ball and gets it out to Hamas as well.
Dispossessed though, Jace Fitzgerald, and then the little tug back and a yellow card for Jace Fitzgerald.
Yeah, just a bit of frustration when he's lost the ball there in the middle of the park.
Yeah, that's a relatively straightforward decision for the referee. And a yellow card for Jace Fitzgerald. Whilst we're waiting for this free kick to be taken, I've got a little bit of breaking news for you on MUTV. Manchester United have made their first January signing of this season. Aidan Heaven has joined the club, the 18-year-old centre-half who made his Arsenal debut in the League Cup earlier this season, has joined up with Manchester United's first-team squad with immediate effect, which is great news. That's a drive from distance that's up and over the top and will be a Manchester United goal kick. Aidan Heaven has said he's incredibly proud to join Manchester United, grateful to everyone who helped make this dream a reality. There's so much that I want to achieve in the game. I'll be giving everything to continue my development and become the best player I can be.
Yeah, another good acquisition to the squad, and hopefully one for the future.
That's a good challenge from Rees Monroe.
Felt that one.
Should be a Manchester United throw-in. It's been given the opposite direction.
Yes, Gino.
Jason Wilcox, Manchester United's technical director, made a comment on this signing of Aidan Heaven as well. He says, delighted that he's joined Manchester United, already an extremely talented defender who's ready to join the first team squad in order to maximise his development. This club has a phenomenal track record of supporting young players, and we believe that Aidan is in the perfect place to reach his excellent potential. So, just in case you missed it, Manchester United have completed the signing of Aidan Heaven from Arsenal, the 18-year-old defender. Ball is back across Manchester City's back line. They come again. Just seem to have found a little bit more space to operate in Manchester City as the first half has gone on, Arthur.
Yeah, the two centre-backs have been instrumental in the possession when they come forward with the ball, as we saw in that attempt there. Was it Noble driving over the halfway line and slotting one of his midfield players in? Just got to try to get closer to them when they've got the ball at the back. Not allow them to do that. It's okay going out wide, but when you go through the middle, you can get hurt.
Camerson again trying to force that ball through on the right-hand side. Good ball forward towards McAdoo as well, but this time Will Murdoch claims it before the winger can get there. So City lead by a goal to nil. Ryan McAdoo, a goal scorer, counter-attacking goal from Manchester City. United caught in possession inside the City half, and then a breakaway from the Blues, giving them a 1-0 lead. Headed on by Camerson. Monroe. Reece Monroe was just about to say he can run. He's certainly got the legs. We've seen him play right back before now this season.
He just ran out of pitch there. Done the right thing, try to drive forward, but just ran out of pitch here, the dead ball line.
That's brilliantly won back by Jim Thwaites. Now needs an option, has it in Chido Obi, takes a touch, ricochets in the penalty area, eventually smuggled clear by Manchester City. There's a little bit of panic stations, clear your lines about that clearance from the Blues. Scanlon bounces off a challenge, tries to wriggle past the next one, is dispossessed. Claimed out of the sky, Jace Fitzgerald sliding in. Just a little on the risky side from Jace Fitzgerald after just picking up a yellow card to be off your feet, trying to win that ball back.
That's part of his game. He's still got more than half the game to go. I'm sure he's been through this before, but certainly he gets stuck in the middle of the park, just what we need.
Regan Heskey up against Jaden Camerson. It's well worked on the edge of the penalty area. It's brilliant football from City. Shot comes in, but it is straight at Will Murdoch.
Yeah, Amos done enough coming in from left back there to put the lad off. Just coming in his eye line, he's just probably just sort of made him sort of just side foot that rather than smash it.
Yeah, and Matthew Warhurst will be a little bit disappointed that he's not made something better of that situation, but Harry Amass takes the credit on that occasion. Well done from Dan Armour. Now needs to try and find a ball forward. Goes up towards Chido Obi, who lets the ball run across him. It's good covering defending from Cian Noble. Just about 6 minutes to go until we get to the half-time interval. Carried forward by Parker. Into Henderson Hall, back to Parker. Henderson Hall again. United sliding across to try and nullify Manchester City. Header from Amas, helped on by Fitzgerald. Yeah, it's a clumsy tackle into the back of Jace Fitzgerald, who has his boot removed by Matthew Henderson-Hall.
Yeah, he was always going to win the header when it was up there. Fitzgerald just got there first, ahead of his opponent, then he gets a sort of elbow in the back.
It's just a little clumsy, wasn't it? Reece Monroe Cruyffing his way out of trouble. Dan Armour being closed down by McAdoo, so gets the ball out to Harry Amas, who's trying to feed that with his left foot down the line to James Scanlon, but it rolls out of play.
Yes, go on in.
Musa intercepts. Going to go over the top to Chido Obi. Maybe Manchester United can get in behind Manchester City here. United's number 9 tries to wriggle around the outside. And then as soon as you put hands on in that situation, the defender is going to be given the free.
That's exactly what the defender wants. He's in trouble. He's going towards the corner flag. Don't give the referee any chance of blowing his whistle. It's frustrating when you don't obviously get a lot of the ball, and then you get it as a striker, and you've got him boxed in the corner, and you think, well, we'll get something out of this. You've just got to put the brakes on a little bit there.
I wonder whether he's a bit concerned that the ball's heading over the line and he's just trying a bit too hard to get there before it goes out for a goal kick. Amas goes back to Murdoch. Out to Armour. And the ball from Dan Armour was in Harry Amas's direction. Couldn't be controlled. Some United's under-21s watching on from the sidelines there. Finlay McAllister and Sam Murray. Ruben Curley was standing watching as well. Those guys, decent 5-0 win against Oldham in midweek in the National League Trophy. Fletcher. Amas. Armour to Monroe. Out of possession, Manchester City do work incredibly hard. There's hardly any room to operate in, which means that you try things like that that then don't come off and the ball's turned over often.
Yeah, it's an overhit ball down the line for Scanlon to try and get on the end of. But they do get everybody behind the ball and try and make it difficult for their opponents trying to push their way forward.
90 seconds of normal time in the first half remaining. We haven't had any breaks apart from for the goal, so I can't imagine there's going to be much more than a minute added on at the end of the first half. I say that just as Manchester City then, you know, take a full minute to take the goal kick away to our right-hand side. Hudson. Flicked on by Mikasa towards Regan Heskey. Nodded out of play by Manchester United. Fletcher helps it on, but no red shirt waiting. A little bit of fighting on the edge of the penalty area. It ends up coming free. Gorman manages to pick out Henderson-Hall. United back in position here, so City go over the top towards Regan Heskey, who's not going to be able to chase that one down. Out of play it goes, goal kick United. Camerson with a lovely touch to get round, and with a decent ball into the channel to find Chido Obi, who's going to get there on the edge of the penalty area. Takes his shot, but just can't generate enough power to work it past Max Hudson. Well, that was an opportunity for United.
Yeah, great ball forward from Camerson. I thought he was going to take it on his chest here, Obi, but he lets it bounce. Centre back for City just doesn't deal with it. Managed to get a shot off, but just needed a little bit more power on it.
See that back, I'm sure, a little bit later. I wonder whether James Scanlon's actually in an absolutely brilliant position just off to his left-hand side with nobody marking him. Not going to take it away from a striker inside the 18-yard box to take a shot on from a central position. Yep, just about a minute added on at the end of the first 45. The difference between the two sides, Ryan McAdoo's breakaway goal as he managed to latch onto the end of a counter-attack from Manchester City. This after Manchester United had hit the crossbar. After that, it's been a bit nip and tuck, really. No side really taking control. Eventually, the final chance of the half coming to Chido Obi on the edge of the penalty area. Just couldn't beat Max Hudson. It means that at the break, Manchester United 0, Manchester City 1. Do you think there needs to be maybe a little bit more pressure on Harrison Parker and Kean Noble to try and hurry them up a little bit?
Exactly that, a little bit more communication with your teammates, really. Obi Martin seems to be doing it on his own up there. We know he's got goals in him, but it's hard to get the ball back if you're trying to win balls back from two centre-backs and you're almost on your own.
We're underway in the second half of Manchester United against Manchester City in the mini derby in the under-18s Premier League North. City leading by a goal to nil. Ryan McAdoo, the difference between the sides at the break. United take the kick-off, and this is Harry Amas trying to wriggle away from a couple of challenges. James Scanlon steps in, but it is City that retrieve possession. This is McAdoo bearing down on the penalty area, gets his shot away, palmed into the path of Regan Heskey and turned home at the back post, and that is exactly the start to the second period that Manchester United didn't want. A breakaway again, cross to the back post, goalkeeper Murdoch couldn't keep his hands on it, and finished comfortably by Regan Heskey.
That's the last thing you wanted, letting a goal in so early. You're just trying to fight your way back into the game, but McAdoo runs right into the box, fires in a shot at Murdoch. I'm sure he'll be disappointed with that he didn't sort of grasp it, manages to knock it out, and Heskey following up as you would expect at the back post gets his rewards for running in a simple tapping.
That's a frustrating one for Manchester United. Ball was turned over on the right wing, and McAdoo just charges to the edge of the penalty area. A fairly recent addition to Manchester City's academy. Ryan McAdoo was previously at Chelsea and showing his worth. He's scored one and set one up.
Yeah, he does well to drive into the box, and once you drive into the box, you've got a problem as a defender. Manages to get a cross shot in. Murdoch possibly might have dealt with it a little bit better, but certainly Heskey felt following up at the back post gets his reward for that, for a tap and goal.
So United 0, City 2. Henderson Hall pushes it out to McAdoo on this right-hand side. A couple of step-overs, then sends the ball forward again to Henderson Hall. This time dealt with by a couple of Manchester United players, including James Scanlon. Comes back out to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald avoids the challenge, then finds Amas. Amas, who sent it back to Daniel Armour. United have got to try and find a response to that second goal. I'm sure Adam Lawrence's side will do exactly that. Amas cuts in field, sits down his opponent on that occasion, Finlay Gorman, and Can't find the ball into the middle. That's one back by Fitzgerald. Does really well to keep possession, is then fouled, and the free kick is United's. Really well done from Jace Fitzgerald.
Yeah, he wins so many balls in the middle of the park there to set the team on the charge going forward. Just impeded there.
Well, that is the Ruben Amorim pose, isn't it? On the edge of the technical area, down on his haunches, looking at it from pitch level. Thwaites with the delivery. Oh, it's a brilliant opportunity in the penalty area. Reece Monroe just can't quite reach it. Maybe gets the tips of his hair to it rather than his forehead. Thwaites pops back out to Monroe, wide on the left-hand side. United centre-half looking for a route through. Scanlon comes short. Hudson's going to collect. We certainly know that Reece Monroe is very capable down either side, as well as playing at centre-half.
No, he's comfortable going forward with the ball, there's no doubt about that. And as you pointed out, he's won so many headers in that first half. But if he's allowed time, he'll sort of surge forward and hopefully build up an attack. But certainly, United have not got to get frustrated, but they've got to try and get close at the ball to try and win it back. Don't allow these two centre-backs to come forward with the ball.
Henderson Hall. Forward by Parker. Floated into Mukasa. Heskey, scorer of the second, on the edge of the box. Pushed out of the penalty area, but United now got to get tight to Mukasa, who's going to get the attempt away. Overcooks that one.
No, use the time.
Can we get on the ball quickly and try to get it going for the midfield players and the strikers to get something? We've got to try and really up the tempo a little bit.
Oh, shot comes in, given away by United on the edge of the penalty area. Fortunately, Will Murdoch is alive and aware to that one. Thwaites. Back it comes to Daniel Armour. Harry Amas. Scanlon wants the ball in behind. Amas turns himself into a good position. Chido Obi receives that in a tight spot brilliantly. Still going here, Chido Obi. Tackle comes in, but no foul.
Just crowded out by blue shots, closing them down now.
Makadu tries to bring the ball down in flamboyant fashion and is quickly swallowed up by Harry Amas. Two number 8s battling here, Fitzgerald and Gorman. Fitzgerald. Got Fletcher square. Fletcher, head up. Now looking for a route forward. Finds Harry Amas. Amas is going to get an early cross into James Scanlon. Scanlon in the penalty area, tries to knock it back towards the penalty spot, but nobody waiting for it other than Manchester City defenders. Fletcher. Fitzgerald. Now Amas. Manchester United turning the screw. That ball in is a dangerous one. Chido Obi just wide. What a delivery into the penalty area from Harry Amas. And Chido Obi can't direct his header on target.
Yeah, great cross in from Amas, who's got forward in the first few minutes of this second half. Great ball in. He's pretty central there. Yeah, that's got to go down as a great chance. He probably thinks he scored there as well. Just gone wide.
I think his reaction shows you what he thought about that not being on target. United have turned the ball over again, and just a hint here of Manchester United fighting themselves back into the game if they can keep this up. Moving the ball with a bit more purpose. And those early balls into the penalty area to find the head of Chido or James Scanlon could prove important. That's good running again. That is just a little nip at the heels, and the referee says that's enough for a yellow card.
Yeah, Camerson driving forward on that right-hand side. He did that well in the first half.
Divine Mikasa, who has been shown the caution. Has scored a hatful of goals this season. Mikasa, 13 and 14 assists in Manchester City's 13 games. That is quite incredible.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
Scanlon has a mass with him. Needs somebody to come a little shorter. Everybody was lurking on the edge of the penalty area. There it goes to Musa. Holds it up, but then Jim Thwaites can't find the next pass. Musa back in, trying to make the challenge. Shrugged off by Heskey. Comes back though, Victor Musa. No question in Victor Musa's work rate is that loses the first challenge, comes back, makes the second one.
He's helped out Camerson on quite a few occasions.
I'm sure United will be looking for contribution going the other way. Oh, that's a lovely ball through to James Scanlon. Scanlon is offside. It's a lovely finish from James Scanlon too, but he's just gone a smidge early. And the offside flag goes up against him.
Great ball to put him through. It just looks, when you've got that much time, you're always, the second instinct is to look for a flag going up.
Well, he has gone a hair early, midway inside the Manchester City half. That was probably quite a tight one, Arthur.
You certainly finished it anyway, and you don't know when you're playing whether you're offside or not. You've got to forget about that and just make sure you score.
Fletcher, Tyler Fletcher. Monroe, Armour, and now Fitzgerald. Just trying to unsettle Chase Fitzgerald, aren't they? There's been a couple of little shoves. That one from Matty Warhurst. I saw one from Finlay Gorman before.
He's used to that. He's played in the middle of the park, he gets stuck in. That's what happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, on a yellow card, and maybe just trying to irritate him. Actually should be seen as a compliment to Chase Fitzgerald that they've decided to target him like that. Well, out to the left is intercepted by Henderson Hall. Obi chasing. Hard to complete that press, isn't it, when you go on your own like Cheeto's done there. City dangerous, so United just trying to pay them appropriate respect as the ball's down the right-hand side to Finlay Gorman. Henderson Hall. Carried forward by Kian Noble. Out it goes to Regan Heskey, up against Jaden Camerson. Cross comes in, knocked up in the air by Reece Monroe. Clears his own header. City, though, still have it. Sorry, Arthur.
I was going to say another piece of good defending.
Whipped in, turned away. Thomas comes back to Parker. Parker finds Mukasa. Good challenge from Fletcher. Hammered into midfield. It's picked up by Parker. Mukasa. Good ball to Gorman. Gorman's seen an opportunity to have a go with his left foot, pushes it wide.
Good piece of patient build-up from City there. Gorman trying to finish that with a curling left foot. Didn't just quite get enough bend on it, but if we can just try and get the ball up to the front player a little bit quicker with some decent possession down the sides perhaps, but certainly at the moment City are actually strangling us, not allowing us to get out at all.
Scanlon pressing Henderson Hall. Sorry, Arthur.
I was going to say Thwaites almost won it there.
Seen United make a decent fist of it when they do get the ball away down the left-hand side, moving that ball with a bit of intent. This is Heskey. One back, and now Musa looking to run the ball clear. Turned over, though. There's just so many City shirts around, aren't there?
Yeah, they're very well organised. They lose possession of the ball and get everybody behind it. You've still got to be strong in your beliefs, though, to try and work your way out of this and get the ball to the players up front that can hopefully do the business for us.
Chido-Obi has smelled an opportunity here. Scanlon's gone with him. Everybody else just left behind, and it prevents the pressure being really built on this Manchester City back line. Ball is out to the left-hand side, and Heskey again. Monroe goes out to help his fullback. Too much on that, rolls out of play. Here comes the Manchester City press. Distances between defence and midfield, they're too great, and McAdoo's into the penalty area. Going to get a shot away. It's a good save. It's a really good stop from Will Murdoch. Turns it over the bar.
Yeah, wide player McAdoo causing the problems again there, driving into the box. Hits this with his right foot, keeps it down. Good positioning from Murdoch to help that on its way over the crossbar.
Again, though, Manchester United just struggling to deal with this Manchester City press.
They've got to try and just use the ball a little bit quicker to try to get out without them getting back and getting organised enough and further back up the pitch.
McAdoo. Mikasa back to McAdoo. Whipped in by Gorman. Headed on, collected by Will Murdoch. Do you get the feeling that if Manchester United were to find a way to get one, the confidence, the momentum might just shift? As Scanlon, it's a really clumsy challenge from Matty Warhurst, and the referee gives the free kick.
Yeah, you're just hopefully going to go down that left-hand side on the attack for us there. Just sucks in the challenge. Taken out, really, so with the referee being right on top of it, I thought he might have done something else there.
Look at Matty Warhurst's reaction, the Manchester City number 9, as he protests his innocence. He had absolutely no chance of winning that ball. Thwaites delivers. Dangerous ball into the box. Going to take a touch off a City player and out for a corner.
Yeah, looked like Obi Martin's just going to get on the end of that there.
So, United ready themselves. Plenty of numbers committed forward here. Here's the delivery from Thwaites, out swinging. Comes back to Fitzgerald, who thumps it back into the box. Real opportunity. Can Manchester United get themselves level? It's saved off the line. The offside flag stayed down. It's out for a corner. How on earth that hasn't gone in, I can't tell you.
Yeah, great strikes from Fletcher. I thought that was a handball on the line, but nobody's seemed to appeal for it. He's done well to stop that going in.
It's a brilliant bit of defending. Corners back in again from the Reds. Amas whips it back into the box, takes a big deflection off Chido-Obi on the way through, and behind it goes for the goal kick.
Yeah, hopefully that'll give them a bit of impetus, because it looked like, excuse me, a certain goal there as Fletcher's fired that into the 6-yard box. I thought he must have handballed that. I keep that out.
Look him in. Look him. Again.
Henderson Hall against Scanlon. Good pressure from James Scanlon, forcing Manchester City backwards, back into the jaws of Chido Obi. This is better from United. Look how many players they've got committed to the press here. Just hurry up, Manchester City. Didn't quite come off for United on that occasion, but it's good work all round and good running from Tyler Fletcher. Oh, he's given that away. Edge of the box. Regan Heskey pulls it back to Makassa. Makassa thinks about pulling the trigger. Gorman does pull the trigger. Dan Armour gets the block as it pops back out again. Shot comes in. Big stop from Will Murdoch. Rhys Thomas with the effort. Behind it goes.
Yeah, good save from Murdoch low down to his left there. That might have just been creeping into that far corner.
It is a good effort from Rhys Thomas, and it's a better save from Will Murdoch. Corner to City. Potential counter-attacking opportunity on here for Manchester United. They've got a lot of players committed forward here, the Blues. Header comes in. Not going to get the opportunity. That is a towering header from Stephen Mfuni. And Manchester United's afternoon goes from bad to worse. Manchester United 0, Manchester City 3. Stephen Mfuni.
Yeah, it looked like a free header at the back post as that corner came in rather. Yeah, you've got to get up. You've got to get up in front of him. You can't allow some defenders of that height to get a free header. Give Murdoch no chance. Almost on top of him with his head, that in a couple of yards off him.
The opportunities have been there for United to get themselves level. Certainly could have taken the lead. Certainly could have equalised when they were 1-0 down. Certainly could have had one back when they were 2-0 down. And unfortunately, it's Manchester City that have been clinical when their opportunities have come.
Yeah, you've got to take your chances when you get them. And very unfortunate 2 or 3 minutes ago with that great strike from Fletcher. Gets defended very well and kept out.
That being said, this is under-18s football and almost anything can happen. So let's not rule anything out just yet.
No, you just need a goal to get back into it, and just unfortunately they didn't get one, but they've got to keep plugging away because that gives you a bit of hope if you can do that.
Chido Obi can't reel that one in as it's a misplaced pass across the penalty area. It's going to be a foul and a free kick given against Tyler Fletcher.
Back in. Control the ball. Control.
Forward by Mfuni.
Higher scanners.
James Scanlon going to try and get close to Parker here, but Parker has the head start. Scanlon forces the ball back to the goalkeeper Hudson.
Yeah, make him kick it long and then it becomes the 50-50.
Unfortunately, United lose out on that 50-50 and it's City back in possession. Loose ball, edge of the penalty area. Warhurst's going to get there. It's another good stop from Will Murdoch.
Yeah,
just got wrestled off it.
Done well, Murdoch again, keeping that one out.
Amas. Fletcher. United trying to find a way to break down this Manchester City side who have been excellent defensively today. Musa to Camerson. Can't get that back to Victor Musa though. So many blue shirts always in and around the ball. So difficult to get hold of it if the ball comes loose.
Yeah, we've got to try and get a little bit closer to them, otherwise they'll keep the ball off you.
Headed away by Armour. Only as far as Heskey. Heskey with a bit of space, edge of the penalty area. McAdoo. Henderson Hall bends across into the penalty area, comes all the way out the far side. Harrison should just about get there to keep it in.
Let's go, Matty, let's go.
Armour. Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with a decent ball out to Amass. Amass can't complete the pass to James Scanlon. I thought he'd touched that, but the referee said otherwise.
I was just going to say exactly the same. It looked like it. Maybe just bobbled up as I was just letting it run out of play, but the ref's closer than us, so no.
This was the save from Murdoch. It's a good stop as well. Matty Warhurst just edging Daniel Armour out of the way. Change for the Reds is going to be, I think that's James Scanlon that's made way for Godwill Kokonki. Yeah, it looks like Scanlon that's made way. Godwill Kokonki onto the field. That'll be a slightly more advanced role for Kokonki, which we've seen him play a couple of times in the under-18s this season. Unless he is going to slot in across the back four, and I'm going to push Reece Munro a little bit further up. Yeah, Munro looks like he's gone to right back, which is going to push Harry Amass into that James Scanlon position. Obi. Chino Obi gets this through to Chase Fitzgerald. This is Godwill Kokonki. Back it comes to Fitzgerald. United again trying to find a way past City.
Yeah, getting forced back again, and when that happens, everybody behind you can readjust their position.
Really well drilled, Manchester City.
Fitzgerald fouled that again in the middle of the park.
So just for confirmation, Cammerson is still the Manchester United right back, Reece Munro the right centre-back, Daniel Armour next to him, and then Godwill Kokonki, who is now left back for Manchester United, which has pushed Harry Amass up to left wing. A couple of changes coming for City here. Matty Warhurst is one of those. Matty Warhurst will be replaced by Luca Fletcher. And I'll get you the second change just as quickly as I can. Onto the field comes Harrison Miles. It's just who's left the field. City on the front foot again, and Fooney's going to get there. Chips it to the back post. This could be four. It's a brilliant bit of defending from Kokonki. Just gets there to make the block. Launches it away. Chido Obi is chasing. Victor Musa's there as well. It's Ryan McAdoo who's made way for Manchester City to be replaced by Harrison. Another opportunity here. Well done from Will Murdoch. Slides out, snuffs out the danger.
Yeah, good goalkeeping, quick off his line.
Strong from Fletcher, with the other Fletcher snapping at his heels. Harry Amass. Amass looking to work this in towards the back post, where it's headed away. Musa looks to collect, looks to win it back after he goes to ground. It is swung away by Manchester City.
Well, he's done well on that left-hand side. Amas dinking the ball into the 6-yard area, trying to set up an opportunity.
Well, a couple of chances that United have had in this second half have come from the ability of Harry Amas. Kakonki to Amas.
Midfield!
Again, it's just so difficult for United to try and find a way through City when they're sat in like this. When they're protecting a 3-0 lead, have every right to sit in like that.
It's hard to shift them, but when you get the ball back, you've got to try and use it a little bit quicker so that they can't get all set up and get organised.
Armour, again, has no real route forward. Kakonki finds Fitzgerald, who looks for that first-time ball to Harry Amas. Monroe. Jim Thwaites looked to have been pulled back there by Finlay Gorman, but he doesn't give the free kick. And instead, it's Manchester City who are into the Manchester United penalty area. Shot comes in. It's another decent stop from Will Murdoch.
Yeah, that one fired straight at him, made sure it didn't go anywhere.
Given away again, that is for Manchester United. Turnover possession on the edge of the 18-yard box. And that's what allows Luca Fletcher to latch onto the end of it, fires home right-footed, and Manchester United trail Manchester City by 4-0.
Well, the initial shot that came in, Murdoch did well stopping that, but this one is not given any chance at all.
Well, could have been cleared here by United. It eventually, it's just a little bit of a loose touch from Jim Thwaites, and then a quick bit of footwork on the edge of the penalty area, and Fletcher spins in behind.
Yeah, fired into the corner. Yeah, no chance for Murdoch there.
Well, with the fourth, you do now think that Manchester United are staring at their first defeat of the season. Manchester City just more clinical with the opportunities that have come their way on the day. 15 minutes to go.
Finish the game properly, come on!
Chidowobi waiting for the referee. We're going to see another change. Is that what we're waiting for? I think that might be the case. Looks like Reece Thomas who is going to make way. It's a double change from Manchester City. So the first one is Matthew Henderson-Hall, and the second one I think is Reece Thomas. They're going to be replaced by Christian Dunbar-McDonald and Dante Headley.
Defend! Defend! The most important thing here, defend today! Hold up the line! Hold up the line!
Picked up by Jim Thwaites into Chidowobi. Obi just drives himself into the penalty area. Into the box he goes, gets his left-footed shot away. It's going to go out for a corner.
He was getting pitted all the way there as well. Even when he's out wider getting the ball, he looks as if he's getting a little bit of a pull back there.
I mean, quite incredible how he managed to keep running, given that he nearly lost his shorts after.
Yeah, falling down, yeah. Keeper's done well getting covering his near post there.
That's a decent ball into the box again. Should go out for another Manchester United corner. That's a really dangerous ball into the penalty area. Just couldn't be converted.
Yeah, very unlucky there, Owen Martin there. Surrounded by 3 blue shots, all having a little nibble at him. And then the keeper's probably expecting the shot's going to go across into the wider part of the area, but tries to sneak it into the near post.
Nice by a Danny Webber, left-hand side of your screen there. Former Manchester United forward, whipped into the penalty area. Chance here for Reece Monroe, who wins the header but can't keep it down, and it flies over the bar.
Well, he's won that many headers this afternoon. that you'd have thought he's going to get that on target. He's up well. Just underneath it.
City have turned the ball over in midfield and now herring towards goal again. Luca Fletcher wants it in behind. Will Murdoch is going to scoop that up in front of him. Confirmation of those substitutions on your screen now.
Go inside, Chris, just go inside. Yes, yes. Not too early, Chris. Yes, yes, be part of this.
Forward from Fitzgerald. Wants the ball into the penalty area. You can see Chido Obi is calling for the delivery from Camerson a little bit earlier than it came. Monroe. Oh, he's wriggled free, Reece Monroe. He's going to get a cross in too, turned away by Manchester City.
Hey guys, come on, play!
Camerson going to allow this to roll out of play for a throw.
Luca, sit, Luca, 8! Luca!
Forward is not collected, so sent back into the United half by City. Fitzgerald. Fletcher. As it goes to Amas. Amas going to play one into the channel for Chido Obi to get to. Does get there as well. Can he keep it in play? No, he cannot. Oh, there's a little bit naughty from Harrison Parker. There were definitely hands raised from the Manchester City defender. Well, I'm not sure whether the referee had full eyes on that situation. But that was... oh, it's Chido Obi that's going to be yellow carded. Well, I'm not sure that's exactly how I saw it, Arthur, but he has gone in the book.
We had no right to get the ball, but he chased it all the way up to the dead ball line. Looked from what we can see, it's going out. Just a bit of frustration coming in, I think.
Harrison Parker has been booked as well. Maybe a yellow card apiece is the right way to deal with that situation. I think there were hands raised there, and maybe they can be considered a little on the fortunate side. Manchester United have made another change here as Jim Thwaites is off and James Bailey is on to replace him. Going to be another yellow card. This yellow card is going to be for Regan Heskey. Manchester City did have a player sent off in their last game, that 3-2 win over Leeds. Caden Braithwaite saw red in that game. These yellow cards keep getting handed out. There's a chance we see another one.
We need you to build the game.
Chido Obi still running his socks off to try and make something happen for Manchester United. It's well won back by Fitzgerald. Conky rolls this across to Armour. Monroe. Manchester United throw in, which is going to be taken by Camerson to Monroe.
City just forcing you back, buys everybody a little bit of time, get readjusted.
Just been very, very difficult to find a way through, hasn't it, for United? The press from Manchester City, which we said at the beginning it would be a battle of the presses. It has been the Manchester City press that has been victorious over the course of today. That's where all of the goals have come from. It's a good turn. It's a clear pullback on Harry Amas. It's going to be a yellow card this time for the substitute, Harrison Miles.
He done well again. He's in the middle of the park there, picking the ball up by mass and away from his opponent. Blatantly tugged the ref right on top of it.
I've given a yellow card to Harrison Miles there. It's not true. It's Christian Dunbar McDonald that's actually gone in the book. Well, Kokonki unable to get the cross into the penalty area. Got himself into a good position. Harry Amas found him, just couldn't wrap that boot around him.
Yeah, the two of them have linked up well on this left-hand side since Kokonki's come on, and Amas has pushed further up on that left-hand side.
That's it, don't change it. Keep going, go again. Keep back, that's it. Read the space, Vinci.
Hudson chops back past Chido Obi. It's one back. It's good aggressive football from Reece Munro. Tries to get United moving down that right-hand side. Camerson looking to keep some pressure on, but it's City that win possession back. Plucked out of the sky in the centre circle. Good switch of play, finds Miles. Miles skips past Kokonki. Headley. This is what a 4-0 cushion allows you to do if you're Manchester City. No need to keep the pressure on high up the field. You can always just recycle the ball. That's a lovely ball in behind. Real opportunities. Another good tackle, isn't it, from Reece Munro?
Yeah, I've said that a few times today, especially heading it. He's still in the 85th minute now, and he's still lunging into tackles to win the ball for his side, which he did very well there. Great tackle.
Has had the opportunity to score for United as well. Won a couple of headers inside the Manchester City penalty area, just hasn't managed to get them on target. Gets hold of that one, keeps it in play as well, Reece Munro. He's getting the absolute treatment from Regan Heskey out on that far side. Referee isn't going to give the free kick, even though one could potentially have been given. Bailey goes out to the right-hand side. Cross, though, from Camerson is wayward.
Yeah, in fairness to him, I think that might have just took a bobble as he's tried to whip his foot round that one.
Well, we've got less than 5 minutes to go. Is it as easy to say as Manchester City's press has just worked better than United's today, Arthur?
Well, I think if they get, I think it was just before they went 2-0 up. If they get this, or they might have been 2 up. If they got that attempt from Fletcher that got cleared off the line, how he cleared it, I don't know, but they did. If it goes in to make it 2-1, then they've got a chance of maybe building into the game. But 2-3 minutes later, they went up and made it 3-0. So then you are up against it, and the game's almost petered out since then.
Pull back on Jace Fitzgerald again. He's penalised.
Stay calm. Play.
Ball is into midfield. Harry Amas trying to close it down. It ends up seeing the ball through his legs. Again, United still chasing this down in and around the City penalty area, but it's Manchester City that have just got the ability to bypass that two-man press.
Yeah, we can play.
Move the ball! Move the ball!
Ball is back to Dunbar McDonald.
Making on goal.
No urgency here from Manchester City. They know the game's all wrapped up and won.
Make passes.
United just didn't have an answer, did they? And when the opportunities have come their way today for Adam Lawrence's side, they've not been able to take them. There's probably been 5 or 6 opportunities for United over the course of the game. You do wonder, had that one gone in from James Scanlon early on, or had Chidowobi scored the header in the second half, whether we'd be staring at a slightly different scoreline than 4-0 to Manchester United, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah, they just need to get a goal when they were still in the game, just to give them a little bit of help to get back in it.
Victor Musa steps in, makes the challenge. Dunbar McDonald goes down yelping with pain. Yeah, there's not as much in that as Dunbar McDonald potentially made out that there was.
I thought he got quite a bit of the ball there, actually. And a good tackle for a striker.
Well, it's loose header from Godwill Kokonki, but United win it back with Bailey. Finds Jace Fitzgerald, who's still got some energy in those legs in the 89th minute. Just doesn't quite come off for United. Back in the opposite direction, finds Luca Fletcher. Challenge goes in. Referee is going to say goal kick.
He's close enough to see what happened there, I think, Beth. I think when you're running into the box like that and it looks as if he's going to get a shot away, but no help, had a quick look. He was down, I think.
Offside flag, I think, has gone up there against Harry Amass, who shakes his head ruefully. Disappointing morning for Manchester United's under-18s. The 100% record, 11 out of 11, has now gone, but they still have the opportunity to overtake Manchester City with the extra game in hand and return to the top of the under-18s Premier League North and get back to winning ways, Arthur.
Well, that's where you've got to look at it. It's just not your day-to-day. Could have ended up totally different had some of the chances went in, especially the first one when it hit the crossbar from Scanlon. Not to be, as we've touched on before, if you get a goal that can get you back into the game and the scoreline's quite healthy, you've still got a chance. But confidence is a great thing in football. If you can get a goal to get you back into the game, you've got to have a chance of maybe getting back into it and stamping your authority on it, but not to be today.
Yeah, and I think that's when they go back and they review the game, they'll see that. They'll see the opportunities that were created against a very good City side, and they'll say, look, could have been very different. You get yourself back into it, you equalise, you get one back at 2-1, then you could be looking at a completely different game. It's just the way that the players unfolded. Tackle goes in from Bailey, but ends up back with blue shirts. Harrison Miles forward to Headley. Referee's going to come over, and I think this is going to be another yellow card, this time for Harry Amass. He's going to tell everybody to calm down just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit of frustration, really. So a decent game again. Amass just got to be... It looked a lot worse than what it was. Thankfully the lads are not injured.
Maybe a smidgen of frustration in there as well, Arthur.
You're entitled to get frustrated when the scoreline's 4-0 against your local rivals. But you've got to put this behind us today, forget it, and then try and make sure we get on a winning streak again and try and claw that deficit back that's at the top of the league with them.
I know that it's probably not what the under-18s want to hear, but occasionally a result where you lose in a season where you are used to winning focuses the mind somewhat. Lovely from Harry Amass, great footwork, finds Victor Musa. Just 3-4 blue shirts around him. Very difficult for Victor Musa to do anything in that situation.
Next one.
Luca Fletcher is in behind again. Manchester United trying to recover. That's a lovely tackle from Kokonki to make the block.
He had control the ball.
Well, we've played nearly 3 minutes of time added on. I can't imagine the referee's going to have added too many more than that. Checks his watch. Dante Headley to Harrison Miles. Harry Amas nips in, steals the ball away. No time for the corner to be taken as the 3 minutes of stoppage time is up. Manchester United have lost to local rivals Manchester City by 4 goals to 0. Ryan McAdoo opening the scoring in the first half. Regan Heskey immediately after half-time making it 2-0. United having opportunities to get themselves back into it, but a quick-fire double from Regan Heskey and Stephen Mfuni making it 2 and 3-0. Then Luca Fletcher finishing things off for the visitors to make it Manchester City 4, Manchester United 0 at full-time.